Hello students, welcome to the class. This is Diksha Kaushal, your chemistry master teacher, and welcome to Vedantu JEE English. So everybody let me know in the comment section if I am clearly visible and audible to you so that we can see that what exactly you need to do to be a pro or a god in organic chemistry, right? Okay. So for that, it's not like organic chemistry is something inaccessible, right? So definitely you will be able to do organic chemistry in a very if you do organic chemistry in a sequenced way, right? And what is the difference? So basically, it's not like organic chemistry is something that you will not be able to do anywhere, no matter how much hard work you do, right? So that is not possible, right? So everything, no matter how hard it is, if you follow a particular sequence, you will be definitely able to crack it, right? So organic chemistry, usually it is said for organic chemistry, loved by a few but feared by many, right? Okay. So why it is so? Right, firstly let us uh, try to answer your pain points. For that, let me know in the comment section if these are your pain points, right? So when we talk about organic chemistry, that one thing that is in our head is too many reactions, ma'am, too little time. Right now you don't have time, right? Time is very less, ma'am, but the reactions are too many, right? Second important thing is that is very difficult for students. It is mechanisms. It's like chem mystery, right? So it is a mystery of chemistry, that is the mechanisms, right, ma'am? Every single mechanism is different, right? So how to remember the mechanisms, right? Because in JEE Advanced, you can't skip mechanisms here. It's not like you have to do all the mechanisms, but some important mechanisms you must do, right? Then there is basics are not clear. We directly jump to the reactions. We try to cram the questions, right? But that is not how organic chemistry for JEE Advanced you will be able to solve, right? And then last is fear of multi-step conversions and questions, right? So you have A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F. Then we are talking about F is an isomer of which of the following. So that means so many multiple concepts and multi-step reaction it is. For that, you need to know the knowledge of the reagents. So for that, that is why these four are the points which you basically miss when you're preparing for organic chemistry. Let me know in the comment section if that is true for you or not. Out of this, too many reactions, mechanisms, basics, multi-step questions or sequence-based reaction, which is your very difficult part. Let me know in the chat box and in the comment section. Which is your difficult, your pain point, your pain point. Let me know in the comment section because I am going to answer all of these questions in this live session, right? Next is when we talk about the preparation here, right? When we talk about the preparation, the difficult things that student faces, first is, ma'am, too many resources. Ma'am, we have books, we have modules, we have notes. We don't know which exactly to refer. And we don't know the limitation, which when to stop. So that is the problem. Second problem is everyone recommends different things. You will open YouTube, someone will say, go through modules, someone will say, do these questions, follow this book, this and that. So many things, right? The demerit of so much content is that you're not able to focus on just one resource, right? Then the mistake that students do is don't know what's sufficient for JEE Advanced, right? What is the level of JEE Advanced? Is JEE means, this is JEE means, this is JEE Advanced. How to fill that gap? This is what students find difficult after JEE means. Struggle with balancing theory versus practice, ma'am. Should I, if I don't do theory, my concepts will be weak. If I don't do practice, then ma'am, how will I able to apply the theory in the concepts, right? Okay. So that is why we are not able to balance. Some students will go too much into detail of theory. They are studying mechanism thousands of times. They have not done even a single question on that. That's why they lag behind when it's time to solve the questions. Some students, they totally ignore theory. They try to solve practice questions as many as possible. But if your basics are not clear, you can't cram one question and that question exactly will be there. That's not possible, right? Last is they want a one stop solution but end up in an infinite loop of switching resources, right? So you're like, I want one thing. Sometimes, ma'am, I'll pick up this book. Ma'am, then I'll go for MS Chauhan. Ma'am, then I'll book this book, that book. Ma'am, some foreign author book I have picked up. So that is why you get stuck in that loop. Ma'am, this module, that module, and that is how you ruin your time, right? So I'm going to answer these questions and these questions here, right? Do you agree with this or not? Right? Now, let me answer these questions to you. First is, when you have, see, right now you have just prepared for JEE Mains, right? So if you're thinking about JEE Advanced, that means your JEE Mains went really well, right? That is why you will be selected from JEE Mains and you will get into JEE Advanced, right? Agree? That means you know the part of JEE Mains. Now you have to switch this to JEE Advanced. For that thing, one thing that you should know is what is the difference, ma'am, right? That difference is not clear in your head. So the difference in syllabus, here it is purely NC based, direct questions are asked, and here beyond means like RS configuration, EZ, right? DL is there, right? So these things are not there in NCERT. You don't have, it's not like you have to do too many things out of NCERT. No, you just have to learn few concepts out of NCERT. That's it, right? That may be some in some of the lines of NCERT, but are not purely explained in NCERT, right? Those concepts you should know. Then direct MCQs are asked in JEE Mains. Here, conceptual plus multi-step questions are asked here, which will definitely take time. So practice is important here. Here, basic understanding. Here, mechanism level detail, right? So you should also know the steps of the mechanism here, right? By just doing reagent, reactant, product will not make it, right? And it's not like you have to do all the mechanism. They're also very selected, right? So then there is 1-2 step question will be there, 1-2 step conversion. Here you will have 3-5 step conversions, right? Common only, that means normal repeated questions you will see. Mixed and uncommon reagents you will see here, right? It's not like they will give you some out of syllabus reagent that will be in your syllabus only, right? Maybe they will give you in a very molded version, right? Next is basic RS. Occasionally they are asked, they don't ask RS configurations very frequently. Hardly you will see any question in JEE Mains. But in JEE Advanced, their focus is on RS, mesomeric, racemization, EZ. They ask you these kind of questions, right? Then single correct, factual. Mostly you will see single correct and factual. But in JEE Advanced, multi-correct, okay, integer, match the column is still you are okay with. But these multi-correct answers is where you will get stuck here, right? Then here questions will be memory based from NCERT lines directly. Here it will be logic and mechanism, means mechanism you should know here, right? So that is the major difference between JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. I think now it is clear in your head that which this gap, this bridge that you have to fill is that means is a tough one and you have to do a lot of hard work, right? Okay, so now let us see what approach we need, right? Okay, so now for that we need to understand what type of questions are asked in JEE Advanced. So here I have given you a brief of what is the difference. Now I'll give you in the detailed manner what are the different type of questions that you will see in JEE Advanced, right? First kind of question, that is multi-conceptual mixed question, okay? So you will have multiple concepts in just one question, right? Sometimes what they do is they ask you A to B, B to C, C to D, somewhere in between there is rearrangement or maybe tautomerism. F product is formed. Now in F product, what is the isomer of that F product? How many stereoisomer it is forming? So that means they have combined reagent with tautomerism or rearrangement of carbocation with isomerism. So that means multiple concepts are combined here, right? So for that, your GOC, that means tautomerism, isomerism, or IUPAC naming also. Sometimes they ask you what is the IUPAC naming of this, right? Then isomerism should be clear in your head. Rearrangement of carbocation is also there in GOC. Isomerism, stereoisomers, right? Especially optical isomers, very favorite optical isomers, stereoisomers, right? Geometrical isomers. Reactions, all in one question. Okay, so you will have all these three kind of questions in just one question it will be. Then you can't afford a single topic, right? It means in JEE Advanced, if I say they ask you very tough questions, no, they ask you multiple concepts in one question. If you see that concept will be different, but it's not the concept will be very difficult. If they ask you single concept question, then that single concept must be difficult, right? That single concept will definitely be difficult if they ask you one single concept. And what if they ask you multiple concepts? Then those multiple concepts will be easy, right? One concept easy, other easy concept, third easy concept, they will combine and make a good question out of it. So ma'am, single concept, should we focus on single concept or multiple? Single concept, still if they ask you, definitely if they are going to give you marks, they will ask you some tricky questions there, right? So maybe one single reagent they have given, but reagent is very difficult. So I would advise you, these multiple concepts are very, very scoring, right? But if you're like, ma'am, I don't know isomerism, I have done GOC, I have done reactions, and they have asked you A to F, how many isomers of F? Now you don't know isomerism. That's how your whole hard work is not useful now. That is why you can't afford to skip any topic in JEE Advanced, right? You can't skip any of this topic. You can't skip, right? Next is, this is the example, your previous year question only. When 2-bromobutane is treated with alcoholic QH, it undergoes this, P is formed. Ozonolysis also they are asking you. Positive iodoform test also they have asked you. See, so many things they have asked you. Now they are saying identify compound P and Q and determine the total number of possible stereoisomer for the compound P, right? So this is how multiple concepts are mixed to form one question, okay? Second kind of question that you will see is the reaction sequence multi-step question. That means here in this case, it's not like it will be directly some simple reagents will be given to you. They will be simple reagents, but chances are there might be some ring expansion, ring contraction, some free radical rearrangement, something like this, tautomerism, something like this within the question itself, right? Okay. So for that, you need to have reagents must be on your fingertips. All the reagents, what is the work of the reagent? Everything should be on your fingertips. You should have a chart for that. For JEE Mains, you must have done reagents. Now, you should do the mixed questions of those reagents, right? So I would advise you, start doing conversions. If you actually want to be pro here, start doing conversions. Firstly, start with from the basics NCERT conversions. Switch to advanced level questions, right? That will really, really help you, right? Okay. Next is, this is the example. An aromatic compound A undergoes following sequence. This is like these kind of different things are given to you, right? And out of this, they are asking you what is any of the products, right? Okay. So these kind of questions are also scoring. Okay. You can easily score marks here if you have good knowledge of reagents, because here these are the easiest kind of questions in organic chemistry JEE Advanced. This is, I would say, one step ahead, because here you have to solve other stereoisomers, something like that also, right? Then the third kind of question that you will see is organic chemistry plus mole concept combo, right? Like you have McD give you combo burger with French fries. So here they are giving you organic chemistry with mole concept. They will give you some very simple reaction, right? You will have to calculate the molar mass of that, number of moles of that, apply the mole concept, calculate for the other one, right? So you should be pro in mole concept and organic chemistry. If they ask you directly from the mole concept, then the question is going to be difficult. Difficult means the calculations will be tough. But if they combine organic and mole concept, trust me, in that case, organic reagents will be very simple given to you, and mole concept will also be very simple. Stoichiometry, dielectric you have to apply. Just like you have here, a compound A is treated with excess of HI to give compound B. On reaction with AgNO3, give white precipitates immediately. Now they are saying, upon hydrolysis of A, two isomeric alcohols C and D are involved. So now first is reagent. Second is isomeric alcohol. You also should know what is the two isomeric alcohol that is formed. Then they are saying, when 0.1 mole of A, this much of A, and this much of C and this much of D are formed, right? Okay, I think the question is incomplete. They are asking you something else only. Maybe the question is incomplete. So basically, that is how they are going to ask you the mole concept here. They will either give you, sometimes they can also give you limiting reagent kind of question here, right? In this organic chemistry, they can give you limiting reagent kind of question also, right? So be prepared for these kind of questions as well. So these are the three standard questions that we have seen in JEE Advanced, right? Now, the second question that student ask is, ma'am, is NCERT enough, right? Okay. Acha, for these things, these are the kind of question. Let me just revise those things. If you have multiple concepts, then you should, one thing is go through all the topics, right? Touch all the topics. You should know how to calculate RS. You should know how to calculate EZ, how to calculate DL, how to calculate stereo, geometrical, optical isomers, right? How to calculate GOC, all the electron displacement effect should be on your tips. All the reagent should be on your tips, because that is how they are going to make one question out of these different concepts. Okay. Then next is make a reagent sheet. Third one is go through mole concept also. Don't skip mole concept. At least do the basic of mole concept, right? Okay. Next is NCERT enough for you or not? Okay, let me know in the comment section what you think about NCERT. Is it enough or not? So students, if you think JEE means, I would say NCERT is enough for you. But right now you just have 30 days, okay? So according to that 30 days, how smartly you can cover NCERT and the important points of NCERT. For that, you need to know what is there in NCERT that you should learn, what is not there in NCERT that you should learn from outside. If that thing is clear in your head, definitely you will not waste your time reading NCERT. Rather, you will only choose some selective topics, and you will not waste your time reading things that are out of NCERT, which are not even required for you, right? So here NCERT is excellent base, but if you want to crack organic in JEE, you need to do advanced level questions, right? You need to go beyond NCERT for certain key areas, and those key areas I'll tell you. First is what NCERT does cover well. Okay, first is what NCERT covers. NCERT covers name reactions. Don't do name reactions out of NCERT at this point of time. Trust me, 99.9% of the name reactions will be from NCERT only, right? Then you have, don't do some as a random reactions that are, not even there in your syllabus, and you will hardly, there is just 0.001% chances, because in JEE Advanced, they try to stick to the syllabus. Okay, so stick to the syllabus. The syllabus is very vast. Okay. Then there is, you should do conversions here from NCERT. Practice as much as there is no better book than conversions of NCERT. And I am not saying by just doing conversion of NCERT, you will be able to solve all the JEE Advanced questions. No. By that, when you again do conversion, the thing that how fastly reagents will start kicking in your mind. Okay, this conversion, I need this reagent. For this conversion, I need this reagent. So when that reagent will be in front of your eyes, you can easily form the products there, right? Okay, then IUPAC, GOC basics, isomerism, that is there in NCERT. But here I will advise you to focus on teacher notes as well. Okay, go through the teacher notes as well. Okay, you can see my notes as well there. I have already taken class on GOC, isomerism, IPC. So you can go through that. Okay, that will really help you, right? That will save your time here, right? Then mechanism, only those mechanisms that are important for you, like SN1, SN2, E1, E2, right? Okay, I think that is repeatedly I have written it here, right? Only these reactions and some naming reactions that are important for you, focus on that, right? Okay, like you have Hoffman bromamide, Gabriel phthalimide, carbylamine test, Reamer-Teamer, coal base, hydration of alkene. Okay, these are some of the important reactions. Okay, but these 4 reactions you have to get into detail, right? Okay, next is what JEE Advanced expects beyond NCERT, right? Now I told you here what you need to do from NCERT. Now out of NCERT, what you need to do, right? Reaction mechanism, logic, right? Sometimes in NCERT, the reaction mechanisms are not written in a very like good way, right? You won't be able to understand that what exactly is happening here. So for this reaction mechanism, I would advise you watch a lecture or go through teacher's notes. Okay, or go through teacher's notes. That is, don't go through any book here, rather go through teacher's notes, right? That would be more beneficial for you. Then there is, I would have advised you some really good foreign author book, but at this point you can't do that, right? Okay, so I won't advise you either that, because that will confuse you more, right? Okay, this is not a time to study all of those things, right? Then there is stereochemistry, that is not there in NCERT, right? Optical activity, RS, EZ, all of this is not there in NCERT, right? But they will definitely ask you this in your exam. These are very important. Then advanced DOC, that means some exceptional things here, right? Acidity, basicity order, stability of intermediates, and like dancing resonance, okay? Back bonding, different examples, right? All these things you should go through, right? Okay. Then aromaticity, Bread's rule, hyperconjugation, right? All of these, how they are useful in your MCQs, that you should go. This, don't get stuck to NCERT, because very less is given in NCERT, right? Okay, so this you have to solve a lot of questions based on this, right? Then there is, once you know that what you have to do from NCERT and what you don't have to do from NCERT, now the next thing is, ma'am, I have 15 days. You have 30 days, but you can't give all 30 days to organic chemistry. Let's be practical here, right? Okay. And here 15 days also, I'm not saying day and night you are studying organic chemistry only. Just give 4 hours to organic chemistry for next 15 days and finish it, right? Finish it off, right? And after that, do other things. Like 10 days it will take you for physical chemistry, 7-8 days for inorganic chemistry, right? You're good to go, right? Okay. So here first thing is GOC, resonance. This is day 1. Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So this is going to be your last revision before the exam. Day 1 is DOC, resonance, acidity, stability you will do, right? 2 hours you will study the concept here. After that, you will do the previous year. 2 hours you will do the previous year questions of JEE Advanced, right? Okay. Here the important core concepts are mechanism, basics, and intermediate, right? Okay. Like SN1, SN2, E1, E2, basic and mechanism, and intermediate, stability of intermediates, acidity, basicity, all of these, right? Then rest of the GOC plus isomerism, 1.5 hour you will study isomerism. 1.5 hour is enough to study isomerism, structural, stereo, in stereo, optical, then geometrical calculations, everything, DL, RS, EZ, everything, right? And 2.5 hour I have given you for practice, because this is something not very new to you. This you have done already in JEE Mains. Enough practice you have done. This is something new for you. So you should do enough practice here. So that is why RS, EZ, meso, isomer counting, these are the important points to focus on day 2, right? So once you have done this, then we will come to hydrocarbons in day 3, where you will do alkenes and alkynes here, right? Okay. And 2 hours you will do aromatic compounds, okay? Alkene, alkyne, alkane, and aromatic hydrocarbons. It will take you 4 hours. Now, in this case, Markovnikov addition, ozonolysis, ES, mechanisms, all these are important for you. Day 4, haloalkenes, haloarenes. Again, you have to do mechanisms here and do conversions. Start doing conversions from here. Right, in this case, SN1, SN2, E1, E2, benzene named reactions are important for you, right? Then alcohol, phenol, ethers, very, very important, right? This also is very, very important, right? Okay, this also is very important. So alcohol, phenol, ether, again, 2 hours you will study the theory. The chapter is really short, but very important. Then do the previous questions of haloalkenes, haloarenes, hydrocarbons. Here also do previous year questions as well. Here also do PYQs as well. Okay? Do PYQs as well. Here also do PYQs, right? Riemer, Teamer, Forbes, Lucas test. These are some of the important questions from this one, right? Dow's process is also very important, right? Okay. Next is we have aldehyde and ketone. So here you have 2 hours you will give for all the theory part. Then 2 hours you will give for PYQs. Okay. Aldol, Cannizzaro, distinguished test are important here. Carboxylic acid and its derivative, again, you will take 2 hours and 2 hours for previous year question, HVZ, decarboxylation, all these are important for you. Now, once you have completed till here, 6 days you have already covered, okay? 7 days you have already covered. Now, on the 8th day, you are not going to again do something new. 8th day is entirely for your revision. Okay, this is going to be a very important day, right? This you are going to start from tomorrow itself, right? Why I have taken this lecture today? You are going to start it from tomorrow only. You have to promise me that. Otherwise, watching this is of no use, right? So, on the day 8th, you have to do revision, right? 2 are mixed questions. It is important to do mixed questions once you have done all these things. After this, only do the mixed questions, okay? It's not like you have to go through advanced questions, okay? Till now, I am not asking you to do advanced questions till now, okay? Here you have done revision, you have already done revision. All of these were there in JEE Mains. That is why I have given very less time for your theory. You have just done that, right? So after this, you will do revision, not by picking out theory again, seeing the questions. No, you will start doing questions that are mixed. Okay, mixed questions. I would ask you to go through PYQs. Okay, mixed PYQs you will see. Right? If PYQs are not there, ma'am, I have already done PYQs here. Go through Rank Accelerator book of Vedantu. That is specially for JEE Advanced. Different level questions are there, right? So according to that, you can do firstly level 1, level 2, then after go through advanced level. According to that also, you can pick the questions here, right? And till you complete all these 7, by that time, that will also be delivered at your home, right? Now, after this, ma'am, on the 9th day, this is 9th day, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and this is 15, right? So these are all the 15 days, ma'am. We have done everything. Now what? Now, on the 9th day, again do amines, right? Do amines here, 2 hours theory. Theory means not only reactions, everything you have to do here. 2 hours previous year questions done. Then name reaction special. Now till here, I would advise you one more thing. Do one thing. On the 8th day, do amines. On the 8th day, do amines. And 2-hour theory plus practice. Okay, 4 hours. On the 9th day, do mixed questions. Do mixed questions, okay? On the 9th day, do mixed questions, 4-hour questions. Okay, rather than that, on the 9th day, do mixed questions. Okay, then on 10th day, once you have done all the questions, 10th day is entirely on. Now you are not going to pick your notebook, nothing. Pick a blank notebook, write pen, start writing. In before, what you can do, write all the reagents, right? And start writing the application of that reagent. Write all the naming reaction. Start writing what is the naming reaction. Don't look into the book. It will definitely take you 4 hours. 2 hours, so you will keep writing only. Everything that is there that you can remember, right? From this mixed question session also, you will get to know some of this, your mind that will start converting all the reagents by itself only, right? So this is a named reaction special plus reagent where you are going to take a copy and just write down everything on that. That is a rough notebook that you have, right? After this, once you have done this, then functional group interconversions, right? How this is converted to that. Basically, all these multi-step practice, right? So you will do A to B, B to C, C to D, flow charts, I would say, right? Start doing flow charts here. Start doing flow charts here. Flow charts means how to convert this into that, that into that, right? Plus, you will do PYQs. Or you will say, if you have rank accelerator book, right? I am writing it RAB, rank accelerator book, start doing questions from rank accelerator book, right? Then 12th is for stereochemistry and tautomerism, right? You will do 2 hours of that. right? Already you have done it here, right, ma'am? Okay, in isomerism, you have already completed it. But now we have to revise the questions based on it. So start doing the questions based on it, like multiple questions. Do as many questions as possible based on stereochemistry and tautomerism. Then you're left with very simple things, biomolecules, polymers, right? Give it 2 hours to biomolecules, 2 hours to polymers. Direct questions will be asked here. Then chemistry in everyday life, right? Okay, that also it will hardly take you 1 to 1.5 hours. Why, ma'am? Why we have to do chemistry in everyday life? Reason is sometimes they will give you A to B, B to C, C to D. You have the compound E. Now, properties of E will be there in chemistry in everyday life. They will give you some random, this is a drug, this is that, this is that. So in that case, you should also go through chemistry in everyday life, because these kind of questions they have asked in JEE Advanced, okay? Then start giving mock here. You will give one mock test also here. 2.5 hour full mock test of JEE Advanced you will give, right? After this, full organic chemistry revision you will do, and this is going to be your last revision. Last revision. After this, you are not going to solve any question on organic chemistry. You are only going to give mock test of full syllabus after this, right? Okay, right? Here you have already made short notes, everything. This is going to be your last part. Here also, now, if you see this, till now, most of the part you have covered. Students, what they do only this part. They don't do this part. This part is what makes you pro in organic chemistry. Till here, you are just revising. Students only go through this thing. Okay, we have done theory PYQ. Who will do specific name reaction, specific function group conversion, specific day for mixed questions, specific day for isomerism, and this. Here also stereochemistry, tautomerism, mixed questions from that. So this is what will make you pro in the organic chemistry for JEE Advanced. Till here for JEE Mains. This will make you pro in JEE Advanced. Mark my words, okay? So now last is here also now. Once you're on the 10th day, I would say you can only give 2 hours also is enough. If you're like, ma'am, I want to revise inorganic also. I want to revise physical also. Till here you give 4 hours. After this, depending upon your practice and your speed, you can also do that in 2 hours. You can also do that in 3 hours. Okay? Understood? So it's not like always 4 hours. Right? Then last is some pro tips for maximum utilization in these 20 days. Right? So let's see this. First is don't just read reactions, understand the mechanisms. Right? But know your limit here. Right? Revise PYQs. Mistake that students do. They'll say, ma'am, again and again you are saying revise PYQs. Ma'am, how many times we have to do PYQs of JEE Advanced? 2 to 3 times do that. If you can do 2 to 3 times, do that. And you know what? When you're doing PYQs with chapter wise and when you're doing mixed PYQs here, right? In this case, here you will have some of the PYQs that will like, your brain will be like, what is this? Right? So you have to mark those PYQs and again solve those PYQs again here. If again you are not able to solve this, again solve this on the 3rd time of revision. When you are here, see, let's see on the first day you have these many questions that you are not able to solve. So when you are here, when you are again solving, you will try to solve only these questions. Let's say you're able to solve 3 questions out of it and 3 questions you are again getting stuck in. Now, in this full organic chemistry revision, you will solve these questions from full syllabus that you have marked cross on that you were not able to solve even in your 2nd revision. Okay? So that is the proper strategy, right? So PYQs revision and theory both is needed for you. Usually we only do theory revision, right? Avoid over solving hard books now. You will be like, ma'am, I want to solve this, that, everything. That is a stupidity, right? So that's why I'm saying again and again, we have rank accelerator book for you that is specially designed to match the level of JEE Advanced only, right? So it will be beneficial to that extent that what kind of questions are asked to you, only those kind of questions are given to you. Nothing beyond that is given to you. Nothing below that is given to you, right? So focus on PYQs MS Chauhan, selected problems. You can focus on only selected. I am saying not full MS Chauhan. Only selected. Right? When you go through the PYQs, you will get an idea that what questions you have to do from MS Chauhan. Then Rank Accelerator book. That is obviously Vedantu's book. So we have designed that book according to that. Right? Especially it is designed. See, MS Chauhan, it is full organic chemistry, very nice book. But this Rank Accelerator book is only for JEE Advanced. It is designed for that. Right? So next is make a table of reagents and what they do. Last is practice conversions as much as possible. Right? And this 15 days should be your target, not 1 day beyond it. Right? Not even one single day beyond it. That's it. Right? Okay, so that was everything that you need to know for organic chemistry to be a pro in organic chemistry. Rest of the things, right? All these, this and that, just ignore everything out of your head, whatever everyone is telling you. Focus on, if you're able to complete today, what we have today, we have 10th of April, right? So let's start it from 11th of April. 11th of April till 25th of April. Okay. So I'll see you on 26th of April. I'll ask you if you're able to do this or not. Your target is 11th to 25th of April. That is your target. Let me see how many of you are able to do that or not. Right? I want to see all of you write it down in the comment section. Hashtag we will follow. Right? Hashtag 26th April. Right? I want all of you to write it down in the comment section, right? Because that is very, very important for you. And I want all of you to like each other's comments. Okay? When someone will like that comment, that notification will pop up and you will, oh my God, okay, till 26th April. Again, that reminder will click in your head. So write it down and also like all the comments that are there in this video, so that other students can also get motivated by that, right? Okay. And for that Rank Accelerator book, if you see this in the description box only, right? In the description box only, students, this is the Rank Accelerator book, right? And I have also taken one lecture on this, right? If you want to see that, ma'am, how can we believe that what is the quality of questions here? So this is the lecture that I took, right? So here you can see, right? This is 1 hour 30-minute lecture on JEE Advanced questions, right? 15 questions I picked from NCERT, from Rank Accelerator book for your JEE organic chemistry. These only has organic chemistry, okay? So you can watch this, and here in the description box you will see Rank Accelerator that is available for you at 1665 only, right? All the 3 books, mathematics, chemistry and physics, is provided to you at this price, right? And questions level you can already see in this book, right? Okay, in this particular thing you can already see what is the level of the questions that we have here, right? Very interesting questions that will definitely open your mind, right? And will help you in solving all the questions of JEE Advanced, right? Okay. Okay then, students, I want to see that hashtag 26th of April, hashtag we will follow in the comment section by all the students here, and like other students' comments also, because we want to help each other, right? Okay, we are not each other's enemies. We want to help each other. May the best man win, right? Okay, that should be your outlook towards sharing and caring, right? Okay then, students, bye-bye, take care, and I want to see all of this in the comment section. If you have any problem regarding organic, physical or inorganic chemistry regarding JEE Advanced, then let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely make a video on that. Till then, bye-bye. This is Diksha signing off. Bye-bye.